Welcome to the Fireside Chat on cloud and digital transformation of banking systems. I'm Anna, a co-founder of Stockholm FinTech Week, and I have the pleasure to have a discussion today here with Johan Westin, CTO Nordics at Huawei. Together with Johan, we will discuss the trends of a digital core banking transformation in the Nordics and beyond. Also, we'll touch base on the roles the cloud plays in the digital transformation of core banking systems. Johan, could you please introduce yourself?
And first of all, thank you for being here as well and participating in the FinTech Week. And as I said, my name is Johan Westin. I'm the Nordic CTO on Huawei. I've been working at Huawei now for my third year. Been in the IT industry for over 20 years and been working with the financial industry, among other customers, of course, since 99. So been a part of the transition, you can say, for the last 20 years. And from a Huawei perspective, we work and focus a lot on the financial industry and work a lot with partnerships as well to build the ecosystems for them.
Perfect. Could you please elaborate a little bit on what role Huawei plays in the digital transformation of core banking systems?
When looking at the core systems and traditional banking, well, the core systems have been around for long and very traditional ones, and that's where the bank sits today. And looking at what we can contribute when we work with them, it's how to enable the new technologies. Like cloudification, servicification, taking the banks from Bank 2.0, 3.0 to Bank 4.0, doing that digital transformation, helping them realize how they can combine the traditional core systems with a new digital core, or in parallel, or doing a large core, small new digital core, and then having also maybe go to a small core and a large digital core. And even in the end, we have some customers and some banks going to full migration to a new digital core as well, to do that new cloud-enabled, you could say, core services. And we are one of the partners to help the banks doing this.
All right. What trends do you see when it comes to digital transformations in the Nordics compared to the Asian market?
Well, it's quite a big difference between us, because in the Nordics here, well, we have very old banks. They've been around for maybe hundreds of years, 100 years or more, some of them. So they're very traditional. They have already set up the core, everything relies on the core. While a lot of the banks in Asia now, we work with some of the largest banks in the world, among others ICBC, CMB, and so on, which are top 5 banks globally. And they were founded later. So they have enabled the new technologies in a more modern way. So they are more flexible in actually doing this digital transformation today, while the older banks still struggle in how they should do this. So looking at the digital transformation, utilizing the new digital core services, enabling cloud services and new ecosystems, we are a bit behind there, I would say. Well, a lot of legacy system, a lot of the same with the staffing. You have the older engineering, so on, so not so easy to transfer knowledge, to adopt new technologies maybe. But we see a lot of interest. It's a lot of discussion, but we don't really see anyone taking the really big step in moving forward. But we will see that in the upcoming, maybe not this year, but the upcoming years. At least I think we need to do that to be competitive in a global market.
What role does the cloud play in the digital transformation? How initial is that when you compare the Nordics and Asian market, for example?
I would say cloud is the foundation for the digital transformation. And by saying cloud is the foundation, I don't mean per se public cloud. I mean cloud as a delivery model. that it's service-based, that it's open APIs, that it's flexible. Because if you look at traditional core system, very inflexible, very locked in, very few limited integration possibilities. But if you look from a cloud perspective, you have full integration, open APIs, flexible resources, open connect. So looking at the delivery model, we need to have that delivery model for the traditional core systems. In other words, a new digital core. And looking at that means not only public cloud, but private cloud, and a mixture of those. So looking for some of our customers where we have been helping them with the transformation, they have now built 4 to 6 internal private clouds to have the serviceability and open APIs between the core system or the digital core system, which is now cloudified and servicified, and through the having a production cloud internally, and having a development cloud internally, and having a ecosystem cloud internally and stretching out to the internet. So in that way, having cloudified the different parts in the data center from the core to the ecosystem, it's very easy to transfer services from DevOps to the core to the ecosystem, because now we have the same APIs all around. So the cloud, I would say, is a foundation for digital transformation for banks.
Do you think that the combination of a private cloud and a public cloud is a key, so it's sort of a hybrid model?
Yeah, the hybrid model is what we see. Because if you have core systems you want to maintain for compliance, for security purposes, you might want to have the accounting remaining in the core system. But having loan handling and other things, that might be transferred to a new digital core. So offloading the traditional core or going to a more cloudified environment. And from the public cloud side, well, to build the new ecosystems, you need to have the public cloud involved as well. Like I said, one of the larger banks we work with now, they have also established an ecosystem cloud, which stretch out to the public cloud, which incorporate, for example, if I now go into a banking app in Asia, here, I can push here and I have Starbucks in my bank app. So now...
Is that WeChat?
No, this is the China Merchant, China CMB's bank app, which I now can order my coffee in or my tea. So now I'm not only a transaction for the bank, now they know exactly what I do, what I purchases. I can rent my car in the bank app. And to establish these ecosystems, collaboration, you need to stretch out in the public cloud as well. So then as a customer, I can actually choose to use the car rental manufacturer's separate app, or I can use it in the bank app. The difference is now that using in the bank app, the bank have now customer 360 possibilities as well. So now they know I'm interested in small cars or big cars, so they can give me relevant rebates or offerings.
Could you
evolving from a transaction-based to a customer-focused business. That's what we see happening in the Asian market, and that is based from the cloud, and having then the cloud stretching down to the new digital core systems.
Could you please touch base on this example, exactly how, from a technical perspective, that's benefit to have a hybrid cloud solution?
From a technical perspective, I would say, if you have both on-premise cloud, the private clouds, you still have control of your resources. You can guarantee security, you can guarantee compliance where you store data and everything. Well, we have pure digital banks as well. There are over there, but depending on your business, it might be hard then to guarantee compliance for certain types of customers that need to rely on where the data resides. And looking at the new threat vectors, this is now from a reference from a security conference that I attended last year, where some of the security gurus said that they see the cybersecurity threats are now shifting from individual companies to cloud services. And if you have everything in a cloud service, in a public cloud, I would say you might have a higher risk looking forward if I will trust these guys who stood on the stage delivering this message, because they foresee that in 3 to 5 years we might see public cloud services be offline 20 to 25% of the time.
So
and if I then would rely on only public cloud services, I would be at very high risk if I trust that message. But I think we will end up somewhere in between. So having a hybrid solution, both having services on-premise in private cloud and utilizing the public for where I see the best business case. So hybrid solutions, multi-cloud environments, that is what we see coming from the other markets as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Johan. I think we've learned a lot. Also, the fact that it's getting dark on my end. If we come to the point of getting in touch with you, that would be via LinkedIn, right? So then everyone who is interested to have a chat with you, that would be welcome to connect. And also, I would like to ask you the last question, or in 3 words, could you mention what inspires you the most when you work in the banking core transformation?
Well, for the Nordics, it's actually to see what we can achieve here, because seeing what we are achieving globally primarily in the Asian market with our banks as a reference to see how far they have come in the digital transformation and see what can be done here in the Nordics. So much can be done, so much can be involved, everything from how you're running your IT today until enabling new business models, enabling new ecosystems for them as well, to really work customer 360.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have a chat with you today, Johan. And I welcome everyone to continue watching us. And very welcome to Stockholm FinTech Week.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Anna.